My next two guests today have their finger on the pulse like nobody else in the business. I want to bring in Stephanie Downs, who's the co-founder of Materials Innovation Initiative. And I also want to bring in Macy Marriott, who is the managing director of GlassWall Syndicate. So great to have you both with me. Well, so what are we going to see, let's say, short-term and long-term predictions for the future? Macy, what are you seeing the next 3 to 5 years out?
Yeah, 3 to 5 years out, I think that we will have fully integrated our grocery stores. I don't think the vegan penalty box is going to exist anymore.
Yes.
I think being in Kansas does give me a unique perspective. You know, we always say there's the standard American diet, and then being in the Missouri area, it's like the Missouri American diet, which is instead of sad, it's mad. I mean, it's just crazy, the consumer thought process for purchasing here in the Midwest, I think, is a little bit different. And so people like my grandpa, I am not going to probably get him to walk into a grocery store and go straight to that plant-based section. But I do think that if he's passing the chicken nuggets and he sees an Alpha chicken nuggets bag, he might go, my granddaughter talked about these, you know, and I really do believe that. I mean, we know that it's millennials and it's Gen Z that is driving a lot of these consumer purchase decisions, but also they are teaching up. They are teaching their parents, like they are telling them about sustainability issues and environmental issues and health and animal welfare. And so I think we'll see that vegan penalty box gone. It's just going to be, you're going to be able to reach consumers that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to reach because they're just going to see it. And that is part of being mainstream. We say plant-based is mainstream, and I think we're getting there, but plant-based is not mainstream until every person that walks down that milk aisle sees, you know, alternative milks too.
I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to start seeing a lot more startups in this space. You know, we at Materials Innovation Initiative, we've been getting a lot of, calls from VCs and startups. So there's just so much to be done as far as like wool is a completely wide open, category where we need more innovators, exotic skins, we need more in fur. And, so I think we're going to start seeing a flood of more entrepreneurs as people hopefully start to get woke up more about this space. And also, the thing I would say is, the brands are they're looking for this so much that the business opportunity is undoubtedly there. I always joke that imagine when Bruce started GFI of Safeway and Burger King and all of them were in 2015, we're saying we're desperately looking for more plant-based meat. That's where we're at with Materials. I mean, we've met with, 50, 60 global major brands from, Hermes to H&M to Nike to Patagonia. I mean, every one of these companies immediately got back to us and, is just literally dying to look for better materials. So the opportunity is there. So I think we're going to see a ton more entrepreneurs coming into the space. And then as far as long-term, of course, I definitely, it's funny. I used to think I'd lay on my deathbed someday and probably see a world where we weren't wearing fur and maybe foie gras was no longer a thing. But I mean, the last 5 years it's unbelievable. Like, it's such a cool time to be a vegan. I want a t-shirt that says I was vegan before it was cool. But fingers crossed.
Yes. And it's amazing to see those product replacements 1-for-1 in the marketplace. And it's so refreshing to hear young millennials and Gen Z say like, oh, I don't want that. That makes no sense to me. Right. Why would I do it? You think, oh my God, you're getting it. You're actually getting it. I don't have to beat my head against the wall with, somebody who's like, oh, we always did it, so we should always do it. And, and then I have to say like, oh, do you still type on a typewriter? Really?
Right.
Okay. You don't. So you don't have to keep eating meat either. I mean, so I don't have to have that conversation anymore about the typewriter.
I like that one.
Well, also, who stands in line for stamps? No, you use something called the internet. I mean, come on, God, all right.